Members to the seats reserved for women which are allocated to a province under clause 3 shall be elected in accordance with law through proportional representational system of political parties. Lists of candidates on the basis of total number of general seats secured by each political party from the province concerned in the National Assembly. Let me stop here. They say here the political party...
Please read things.
Ji, sir. Provided that for the purpose of this paragraph, the total number of general seats won by a political party shall include the independent returned candidates or candidates who may duly join such political party. Now the word is such. So it's referring, of course the proviso is referring to the main provision. Such political party within 3 days of the publication in the official gazette of the names of the returned candidates. Now, they are saying...
Yes. Forget what they are saying.
Ji.
We are not bound by what they are saying or what you are saying. We are bound by the text of the Constitution. Suppose their interpretation is wrong. You say accept half the interpretation, don't accept the second half of the interpretation. Suppose we say we don't accept either interpretation, we go by the text of the Constitution.
Yes.
I would appreciate it if you focus not on how they are interpreting, they may be interpreting it wrongly. That will not bind us. We are concerned with how the Constitution reads.
Yes.
As simple as that.
Yes.
And I'm not bound by their interpretation or your interpretation. Let's go by the text of the Constitution.
Sir. I'm very happy to learn that.
A question. What is there any other provision for joining a person who is independent to a party?
As far as I'm aware, not. But of course, a similar provision is there of 106 in terms of provincial assembly. वो identical है sir. So ये बड़ा critical है. अगर constitutional makers को इन दोनों की अलग-अलग मीनिंग देनी होती है.
Forget that argument.
Meaning is not relevant.
Read it and tell us.
अब मैं अपनी इंटरप्रिटेशन
नहीं अपनी नहीं इसका टेक्स्ट का बताए ना.
जी मैं टेक्स्ट पे ही आ रहा हूँ. जी और वो अगर नेक्स्ट ही है अगर मैं पढ़ दूं मेरा पॉइंट जो
Now I read the text. Now tell us what you're saying.
Sir, the critical thing which turns on the question is that can a political party which has not won or secured any seats in the general elections be entitled to reserved seats simply because they secure general seats as a result of independent joining them after the election? So this turns on the words won and secure. These are the two words which are used in the, how those words, your lordship's question, how those two words are interpreted will determine whether reserved seats can be given to a party which is not contested but still has members, still has general seats in the assembly or not. Now, how should the words won and secure be used? Should they be interpreted in terms of their literal interpretation or some other? Now I come to my next.
Further the word such political parties.
Such political parties. Such political parties.
वन करने के जो मायने हैं
जी
अगर कोई इंडिपेंडेंट ज्वाइन करता है कोई पार्टी
जी
उस पार्टी ने इलेक्शन ना लड़ा हो
जी
तो क्या जिन लोगों ने ज्वाइन किया है वो सीटें जीती गई हैं या ज्वाइन हुई हैं
जी
तो वन का लफ्ज़ तो यही है कि उनका जीतना जरूरी है या वो जीतने जरूरी नहीं है ज्वाइन करना ही जीतना हो गया उनको
बिल्कुल अब सवाल यही है कि these two words, both words, secure and won, what do they mean?
You are saying disregarded their natural meaning.
Yes.
We should disregard their natural meaning.
You disregard their natural meaning.
Why?
अब वही मैं बता रहा हूँ. You adopt a meaning which comes from the context of this provision. If your lordships adopt the meaning that a political party which simply
the question is why should we do it?
नहीं मैं बता रहा हूँ इसलिए क्योंकि the main thing is not the natural meaning of the word. The main thing is the purpose of the provision, the intention of the constitutional maker. That is the main principle of interpretation.